Fox 61, Connecticut's news station, starts with a weather impact alert.
And now at 6, we are in a weather impact alert for double trouble. The hot temperatures, they're beginning to cool down a bit, but the possibility of storms is rising. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Harden. Parts of the state saw temperatures as high as 91 degrees today, but the heat index shows that actually felt like 97 degrees. And while that heat is beginning to come down just a bit, the storms are starting to pick up. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank has been tracking those storms. So, Rach, what are we looking at?
Right now, yeah, things are pretty quiet, which is something that we like to see. Earlier, we did see a couple of severe storms pass through Burlington and Simsbury. There were a couple reports of wind damage and also some hail reports as well. Since then, things have really settled down out there. There's still a thunderstorm to the south of us with a warning for Long Island, but it looks like that one's going to fall apart before some of those showers meander over us. For sure, the biggest storms of the day have been here in the mid-Atlantic, and some of these leftover showers and rumbles of thunder will end up moving back in later tonight. But I would say that the threat for severe weather has diminished, which is good news. Now, we can't rule out another thunderstorm or some leftover showers out there. A severe thunderstorm watch continues until 9 p.m. So we'll be watching things closely nonetheless. Here's one of our computer models, again, showing a chance for a shower from now through 7. And then maybe we see showers and a few rumbles of thunder filling back in again as we head closer to 8, 9 o'clock. Right now, temperatures are still in the 80s, and we'll see 80s out there tomorrow, but much less humidity and a gusty breeze. We'll talk about the changes ahead coming up, Brent.
Thanks, Rach. And here's a reminder. You can download the free Fox 61 News app to your device to stay updated on the weather in your neighborhood. We also have the Watch Utility Radar on Fox 61 Plus. Well, Governor Ned Lamont has activated the extreme hot weather protocol starting this Sunday at noon and then lasting until next Wednesday until at least 8 p.m. And that means cooling centers will be open so everyone can get out of the heat. For information on these cooling centers, just dial 211 on your phone. You can also visit 211ct.org or just head to fox61.com. We'll have the info too. If you plan on taking a walk or going hiking this weekend, there are some things you should remember before you do. Fox 61's Jill Monty talked to experts about how you can get prepared before you hit the trails so you can stay cool and safe while you're on them.
Summer officially kicks off in a couple of days, and now that it's finally starting to feel like it, people are going on more frequent walks and hikes. It's important to remember your safety before you walk out the door. I spoke with some experts about how to properly prepare ahead of time and keep yourself out of serious danger. Andrew Wynn is from New York, but he's in town visiting family. He's a Cub Master of his kids' Cub Scout pack, and he spends a lot of time outdoors. He shared an important Cub Scout tip that can help anyone who wants to hit the trails.
One of the 7 principles in the Cub Scouts is know before you go. So you want to make sure you understand where you're going. Is the trails going to be covered in mud? Do you have, shoes for that? Is it going to be rainy? Do you have a poncho for that? And is it going to be hot?
Wynn says that water is extremely important to have with you on a walk. Even if it isn't hot, your body can still become dehydrated. Captain A.B. Turen with the South Fire District in Middletown says the heat will make you dehydrated even faster.
When it comes to water, once you recognize the fact that you're dehydrated, it's too late. You want to start drinking and consuming water well in advance. It's better to bring more water than needed than not have enough.
You should also pack snacks and eat foods that are high in calories and protein. Turen says you can prepare for hikes in hot weather in other ways as well.
It's very important that you check the weather. Days like today with an increased heat index, it's imperative that you start your hike early in advance while the temperatures are low. You want to wear light-colored, breathable clothing. The light-colored clothing helps us to identify you greater from a distance, but it's also less likely to absorb heat from the sun.
It's also important to wear proper walking or hiking shoes to avoid injury and stay comfortable. Depending on the trail, it can be easy to get turned around and lost in the woods. It's important to carry a cell phone with you and conserve the battery by shutting it off. You should also carry a battery pack or portable charger in case your phone runs low. Turen recommends installing the app What 3 Words in case you get lost. It's an app that helps the police locate the exact position you're in after you call 911.
Download the app What 3 Words. It's the word what, the numeric 3, and the word words. Once you dial 911, you stay put. Don't try to find your way out or try to relocate yourself. We're going to deploy our resources of our operational personnel based off that 10-foot by 10-foot area. The faster we can get you, it's going to be more likely to have a successful outcome, especially if you're ill or injured.
Wynn says you can avoid getting lost a few different ways.
You should always check what the trails are before you go. You could either look online, which is what I normally do. There's also apps that'll use your GPS to tell you where you are on the trails. All Trails is one I tend to use. But if you don't have that, normally they have maps right at the trailhead that you can go and you can look at and make sure you can check your path. And then on the trees, they have the colored markers, so you use that to tell where you're going.
Ultimately, being prepared is the key to staying safe. Think ahead, eat well, stay hydrated, and carry the right supplies. At Wadsworth Falls State Park in Middletown, Joe Monty, Fox 61.
Well, new tonight, a woman is in the hospital after crashing into a traffic barrier yesterday in Newington. Police say it happened just after 5 p.m. on the Berlin Turnpike, just outside the Connecticut Department of Transportation. And we are told she is seriously hurt. She was the only person in the car. Investigators closed the road in both directions for some time. Officials are looking into what caused her to crash. And a car hit and killed a bear this morning in Marlboro. State police say it happened on Route 2 around 10. The driver's okay. The Department of Energy and Environmental Protection removed the bear from the road and say it will be taken to Sessions Woods Wildlife Management Area for a necropsy. Hartford police are investigating a hit and run. Officers say it happened on Albany Avenue and Garden Street just before 7:30. The victim was walking at the time and was taken to Hartford Hospital. Investigators tell us the victim has non-life-threatening injuries. And Norwich police shut down roads late this morning after a fire broke out at a business on West Thames Street. Crews responded to a fire at Big Harry's Discount Liquors just before 11:50. The fire was put out within minutes and there were no injuries. The store will be closed until officials can finish their inspections. The cause of the fire is under investigation now. Move over and slow down. That is the message tonight from Connecticut State Police. They tell us 3 of their cruisers were hit over this past weekend and all troopers involved suffered minor injuries. Police shared these photos of the damage and they say these pictures are a powerful reminder of the dangers troopers face on the roads every day. It is the law to slow down and move over for any disabled, maintenance, or emergency vehicles. 2 people have been arrested after police seized several firearms in Waterbury. On Friday, multiple law enforcement agencies joined forces to conduct a search of an apartment in Waterbury. Police say they confiscated 4 guns, including a revolver and a rifle and ammunition. Christopher Brown and Aaliyah Rodriguez were arrested during the search. Brown is still in custody on a $250,000 bond. And state police are searching for a credit card thief tonight. Officials shared these photos of the suspect. We're told she stole credit and debit cards in Marlboro earlier this month, and they have charged thousands of dollars to the card all across the state. If you think you can help, reach out to Colchester Police. And people celebrated Juneteenth all across the state today. Middletown was back with their 5th annual parade that saw Connecticut marching bands bringing different styles of music to the streets of downtown. Fox 61's Jamel Johnson shares how important playing in the parade was to the band members.
Juneteenth parades took over the country and Connecticut. That includes Middletown with a parade that can be heard across the state.
Marching to the beat of their own drum. Shiloh Archibald says today was about blending music together with freedom and unity.
It makes me think of bringing people together, and that's what we do with our dancers and drumline. We just bring people together with our music and our style and dance.
Juneteenth can symbolize different things to whoever you ask. To Raziel Sanchez, it's about seeing everyone as the same.
I see it as a day where we recognize that everybody is human at the end, and nobody, just because the skin color of somebody is different doesn't mean it's they're less or.
Bands like Big Red from Libertas Academy Charter School left their mark through the streets of downtown. Magic Soul's Khalil McKnight felt the impact of his team's performance.
With myself, nothing's better than seeing how people react with, seeing other types of styles, considering that, HBCU style isn't really around in a lot of places, especially in Middletown.
Percussions echoed from the recently dedicated Prince Mortimer Avenue to Union Street. And what would music be without dancers like Diary Guzman?
I felt like when we were performing, we did give a lot of energy, and everybody was like cheering for us, supporting us.
Returning faces like Anayalise Reyes share how it's evolved since she first participated.
In our first year, we were like one of the only few. Now this year, like I said, we have 4 other competitors. Everybody come out, the numbers that have been coming out these past year, even though it's hot, it's amazing. It's amazing to see everything.
It wasn't just a parade, but it was also a competition. So let the best band win. In first place, it was the Big Red Marching Band from Libertas Academy Charter School. In second place, it was Hill House from New Haven. In Middletown, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
Thank you, Jamel. And the Red Cross teamed up with leaders of the black community for a Juneteenth blood drive in Hartford. Take a look. This is what it looked like at Wilson Gray YMCA. June 19th is also Sickle Cell Awareness Day, and the Red Cross says blood donors who are black are almost 3 times more likely to be a match for the blood most commonly needed for sickle cell patients. That's compared to donors who are not black or African American. Organizers encourage more people in the black community to donate blood to help diversify their blood supply and potentially save lives.
African Americans, black, multiracial, they have a certain antigen in their blood that is beneficial. 1 out of every 3 have it. So it's beneficial for us to have these blood drives just so we can keep a diverse blood pool.
We have Juneteenth partners that have come together. My sorority, the Deltas are here. We have the AKAs, 2 Lynx chapters, Sigmas, the Zetas. We're so excited that everyone has come together to, give blood and give back to the community in this way.
And if you missed out on today's blood drive, you can sign up for others that are happening throughout the state. Just go to redcrossblood.org to sign up.